And I've already made that mistake. Nah, stuff it. No music. Guys, listen to your own music. I'm sorry. That's just, it's not going to happen.
We'll just have to focus more on our beautiful voices.
You're just going to have to focus more on our beautiful voices. Yeah. All right. Cool, man. Well, welcome to Marble Mountain, man. I don't know if you've been following along, but
I have been, yeah, quite a bit.
oh, cool.
I tried to as much as possible.
I always put City Skylines builds on when I'm like doing builds myself.
Yeah, yeah. I always try to keep up with the as much as the community as I can. And it's pretty fun because I'm constantly discovering like new YouTubers as I go along. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm the
like
same.
City Walk. I know he's in the chat. I discovered him on like his first Mars episode, and I'd never watched any of his videos before that. So I mean, that was cool.
I know, really, just out of nowhere. Hey, like when he first started releasing stuff, I was like, what the hell? Great, now we all have to spend extra time, you know, making our videos like well edited and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, insane. Gator's asking if you can sing songs instead of us playing music, if that's all right.
Yeah, I don't think you would want that. I think it would plummet our viewer numbers quite dramatically.
The dislike ratio would.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same for me. Yeah. I'm thinking because so basically I really want to get some more life around here because I really want to do like a driving video from this point over here. Like obviously this is pretty under detailed, but you know, going past this quarry that Skip built and then like going all the way around like through this interchange. Oops, wrong direction. And like going past this build that Sully did and like going past Tumbleweed and going over the bridge, Copper Falls. Like just feel like we could do like some really epic journey into the city.
All right.
So
that would be really cool, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be so cool. It'd probably take forever. But I need to get like a slightly more life into this area. So that's my mission for this live stream.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've really loved that video that you did with the plane landing in your city.
Oh yeah. That was a lot of fun to make.
That was insane.
Yeah, that was a lot of work though.
Was it?
The hardest part was to get the camera angles right to where I like it looks as realistic as I can possibly get it.
Yeah.
That was the hardest part, and the actual landing part, and like the way I made it is you're kind of looking out the window on the side of the plane, right? So that scene right there was really tough to make, but it was really fun.
It looks like I really enjoy making those driving videos, and
aren't they fun?
They're so much fun. I think they're like just super fun, but like they do take such a long time to make. I'm gonna send everyone a link to that video, just because I don't want people to have no idea what we're talking about.
I don't know if you're like me, but when you're planning out your route that you want to drive through your city or whatever, do you constantly just go back and forth, make sure that all the little details are right, make sure there's no clipping or anything?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And sometimes I'll record like a whole thing, and then there'll be like a moment where, I don't know, something will be like, I don't know, something like, you know, just hovering in midair, and I'll be like, no.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Restart. Everyone, I'm just posting a link to this video that TheTimister did. It's so good. It's basically like a flying video into his city, and it just looks so cool. It's like perfect timing as well because we're all like cooped up inside. Everyone's having to like cancel their travel plans. It was perfect timing. Yeah, people are keen for more driving videos.
People seem to like them in general. Not even like driving videos, but like train videos and
Yeah.
anything transportation related usually gets people pretty excited.
That is, yeah. I mean, if you ever want your video to do well, just mention a train in the thumb and yeah, put a train in the thumbnail.
Yeah, there
Train
you
in
go.
the title. And
That's
then
the
bam.
YouTube success secret right there.
Yeah.
Secret sauce.
Yeah, any of you guys trying to make it in City Skylines videos, just put a train in the thumbnail. Or an intersection. Or mention traffic. And then you'll get your views. Ah, Padelmo. Hello, Padelmo. There we go. Slowly getting some signs. If I only had like a police car, I could actually, just pop behind here. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd actually be really neat.
I just realized that you're...
Classic scenario.
Yeah, for sure. I just realized that you're probably looking at everything a little bit at a different time than me.
Yeah, there's probably a few seconds delay.
Sorry about that. Hey, Jay Besquigglehausen.
Hey, Besquigglehausen. How's it going?
Yeah. Sounds of Springwood was like... That took such a long time to make.
Yeah.
that was I don't know if I was... I mean, I loved it so much. I mean, Jay, you really like it because I had your trains feature so heavily in it. Are you planning on doing any more of those driving videos? Like, I reckon that'd be really cool for like your Russian series as well.
I am planning on it for that series, yes. It's still quite far along, though. I still have a lot of the city to develop before I'm able to do any sort of driving video, but I do plan on doing such a thing, yeah. And some more in Timbuktu, too, but...
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
But like you said, I mean, it's so time-consuming to, first of all, plot your route, but get everything ready along that route.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what kills me. And also getting the settings right, because at the moment I've got a whole bunch of vanilla cars driving around, and then
Yeah, that too.
yeah, but then when I want to do the driving videos, then I have to get rid of them, and that also takes ages.
You don't want one of those pesky hot dog vans popping up in your videos.
Oh man, no, we do not. Yeah, there's some things that pop up in this game where you're like, what the hell? Why is that there?
Yeah.
Like that guy who... I'm going to find him. I think I've disabled him. This guy. So you can't even see him. You'll see him in a second. But there's just like some cars that you look at and you're just like, what? Like, why is that a thing? That should not exist. That should pop up on your screen in a sec. Yeah, everyone wants another driving video.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man.
This guy.
It's like, what the heck is that anyway?
It's so bad. It makes no sense. I just don't get it. Yeah.
It'd be kind of sketchy driving one of those on the highway.
Yeah, I know. And when you see them driving around, they're going so fast. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see this guy. I'm gonna allow this guy to spawn. Alright. We'll see if he pops up. Especially around here. Maybe I'll do a driving video just from his perspective. Probably shouldn't do too many billboards. So how you been anyway, man? It's last time we chatted was back in October. I feel like it's
That's right, yeah.
A while until...
Yeah, I'm doing good, man.
Yeah, good.
Keeping busy. Just working on videos.
Did you have extra time at home?
Yeah. I've been working from home since like mid-March, I'd say.
Yeah.
So it has freed up a bunch of my time to focus on the channel, which is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of weird how like so many people sort of realized that they could do a lot of their work from home.
Yeah, for sure.
And just like,
Yeah, it's been really great, I'd say. I mean, you don't really have the need for a commute anymore, and you're done your shift, and you're just right there in your house already.
oh, it's so good.
It's not so bad. Yeah.
And everyone just getting, they're like got their work shirts up, got their collars on, ties, but then like underneath it's just all pajamas.
Oh
Socks
yeah.
on. Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know you're from Canada, but whereabouts in Canada are you from?
I'm right on the East Coast in the province of New Brunswick.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So, yeah, like literally right on the coast.
Like, do people go, like, there's a pretty big surfing culture up there, isn't there?
Not so much in my region. The waters are quite calm. It's more like out west that it's a thing, but there is like a minor surfing scene, I would say. Like
Yeah.
you can catch a wave, but it's probably nothing compared to what you'll find around your area.
Well, that's what I always find really crazy is, because I'm pretty much every beach in Australia is like, batshit crazy.
Surfable.
Yeah, surfable, like
Yeah.
kind of insane. Whereas like when I went to, like when I went to India, there was like no waves. When I went to even like Venice Beach, like around LA, there weren't that many waves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean there was waves.
I would have thought the opposite.
There was waves, but like they're, when you go to Australia, the waves are really, they're pretty big.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I kind of find it interesting how like just some oceans produce really big waves and some don't.
Yeah, for sure. I guess it's has to do with the currents and I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist, but I'm sure that a lot of factors go into that.
Yeah.
How about you, man? How have you been?
I've been really good. I've worked from home for like, I don't know, a month and a half or something like that, and then
Okay.
we went back to normal.
Oh, did you? Really? Okay.
Yeah. Like schools were one of the first things that opened up, and it was pretty.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty controversial because everyone's like, well, isn't that like pretty dangerous? Just getting like a whole bunch of teachers and students all into the, classrooms, like because you can't do social distancing. It's very
No,
very
no,
hard
there's
in
no
a
way.
classroom. Yeah, so like as soon as you start opening up schools, then it's kind of like, well, now what are we gonna do? And then there's like
Okay.
weird contradictory things where you can you've got to there's going to be like social distancing in the classroom. No, sorry, there's not really any social distancing on the playground, but then there has to be social distancing in the classroom. So then it's like, well,
How do you even do that? Like a bunch of
Exactly.
kids running around, like how is that even possible?
yeah. So that was pretty interesting. But yeah, but everything's starting to open back up. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Like
My region is a little bit more conservative on opening up. Like a lot of things are closed, a lot of festivals are canceled. It's going to be a pretty dull year.
yeah.
They're even debating opening schools again in September, and they've been closed since March.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. But I mean, at the same
But
time, it's kind of like, well, you don't want a second wave, so I could get that.
right, yeah. No, it's been an interesting time for sure. And I mean, we've done relatively well with the whole situation as well. Like we've had very few cases, and so I mean, we'd fared pretty good, but it's affecting a lot of other things too,
Yeah,
businesses and the economy and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, for sure. I don't think it feels like no one knows how to handle the situation.
No,
like
no,
politicians
definitely
have
not.
no idea. Like when they have no idea, you're like, well, who knows what's going on?
Right?
Sorry, the chat. Is Sully in the chat? I asked the question twice and I didn't look. Is Sully in
I
the
haven't
chat?
seen him.
Ah, here he is. I think there is. I think his name is Sulliers. I believe that's him. Because I need a name. Sully, I feel like I need a name for your area. I'm not sure if you gave that to me, but we definitely need a name for this area. For this little town. Oh, there he is. Hey, Sal. My friend,
There he is.
do you have a name or do we open it up to other people? What do you think? Or can we let the TheTimister name it?
Oh God, no. I'm pretty terrible with names.
Yeah, so am I. I'm really
Choosing a name for anything is like the hardest part about a build. I'll have to resort to like name generators and it sometimes takes me like hours to choose a name for something.
Yes.
So I usually just leave it up to the community.
Yes.
Saves me the work.
All right, he's opened it up. All right, people of the chat, what do you think?
All right.
I mean, there is like a little town over here. I feel like this has got to be the smallest town we have in Marble Mountain. It's got to be. We have this
Dusty bin.
Dusty bin. Come on, names. Got a truck stop. We got this industrial. I mean, and the town. I mean, how many people live here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people live in this place. 8, 9, 10 maybe. There's a few people live there. Hey, Red Dragon, thank you so much for the $2 or the €2 donation, man. I'm going to give you. I mean, let's be honest. This is not a great place to live, but I'm going to let you live here. Hey, if anyone else is interested in donating, it does help out the channel a lot. And I've got a couple of houses to put here. So I might get Sully. I'm going to give you a house too. I mean, God, I can't imagine the sort of people that live in an area like this.
Who wouldn't want to live here? Beautiful.
Sand City, Grainer, excuse me, Dusty Landings, Truck Stop, Dish,
Paparito, Carmen.
Sully Junction. That's not bad, actually.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. I feel like you should have something to do with Sully. Yeah, if you guys can put his name in there, I think that'd be pretty nice. Sandy Shores, come on. We've already got a Sandy Shores. Sullivan Pass. I like the junction.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, sort of thinking that. Sully's Scrap and Salvation. Salvage, sorry. That's quite cool. I like that for the business. All right, maybe we should call... Actually, let's turn that into an industrial area. Although... Nah, stuff it, we can do it. Sully. Great. What was that called again? Sully's... Oh, great. Now I've lost it. There it is.
Was it Sully Scrap and something?
Yeah.
Here, I'll scroll through it, try to find it again.
Ah, I've got him. Sully's Scrap and Salvage.
There you go.
So that's the business that we got there. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, he's got a nose of a plane sitting in his junk heap, so that's... And Dino Oil. I'm pretty sure he just found every single prop that existed in the game and plopped it down.
It's done a good job, though. I mean, that's...
Oh, man. Yeah, so good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and it's like little... Just like little bits of detail that he's popped in here that are just so cool. And it's really, really cool. All right, what do you think, man? Any ideas for the town name?
Are you leaving that up to me?
A bit of pressure, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know if I can handle that pressure, man.
There's always
I really like this the Sully Junction.
Me too.
Sullivan Junction. Yeah, that's...
Well, Booster said Sullyville Junction. What do you reckon?
I like that.
Yeah,
That
done.
sounds good.
Sullyville Junction.
Bam.
Done. Cool. I mean, it's really just fantastic. Now, I probably should get some rocks. Yeah, I might. Okay, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get some rocks around the edge of this place. Some grey flame rocks. Some of the best ones out. Always forget the name of them. It's not rock. What is it? Oh, okay, I'll use those ones. Have you used many of these rocks? These big
I have
boulders?
not. No, I've never used these rocks ever. I should though. I mean, they're really great.
Yeah, they're really quite cool. Gate of the Gods. My man, got to expand on my enterprise house here, please. Of course, dude. Absolutely. Gate of the God. Gate is basically he's investing in a lot of the worst properties in Marble Mountain. Yeah, he's got a place in the Hood. He's got a place in Sullyville Junction. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I'm not sure if he's got a place.
He's got to be planning something in the background.
I know. I'm pretty sure he's got a house down here somewhere. In Scuttle. Yeah, Gator's shack. Gator's got a shack down in Scuttlebutt. I mean, he's just got all the worst places in Marble Mountain, so... I mean, each to their own, I guess. Some people want mansions. Some people want little shacks in the desert.
Well, some people dig the simple life.
That's right. That's right. So what do you reckon? Do you foresee a PDXCon 2020?
I'd say it's highly unlikely at this point for this year. I'm thinking they might do some sort of like virtual kind of thing. Like a lot of companies they tend to be doing that this year.
That's true.
Like especially for my work and stuff, a lot of the conferences that would have been, they're just all virtual now.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see anything like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be. Kind of a bummer though that we wouldn't be able to go out to wherever it would be and hang out.
That was such a highlight. I mean,
oh man, that
so
was great. That was like one of the best trips of my life.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that was crazy. And you weren't planning on going away this year, were you? Or have any plans been ruined because of it?
Sort of, yeah. I was planning to go to France in September, but that's looking highly unlikely.
Damn. Yeah, I know so many. I've got so many friends who, like, not so many. I've got a couple of friends who pretty much are like, you know what? Let's do a massive trip. I'm gonna quit my job, sell the house, buy backpacks and book plane tickets, and then off they went, and then straight back home.
Oh no.
I know. So sad.
Yeah, I know, it's a huge bummer.
Yeah.
What about you, man? Has it affected you in any sort of travel related things?
Well, I mean, luckily, I feel like I went traveling so much last year. We went to China twice. Went to Berlin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you went right after the PDX conference, did you?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good timing, to be honest.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to China a couple of times now, and it's like one of the funnest places to go to. And yeah, I mean, I was there in October, and then yeah. So yeah, went to China last year twice. We went to Germany, and then also went to Central Asia. So went to like Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan as well. So like did like a whole bunch of like big trips, and then this good position was meant to be like the chill year, and it kind of worked out well.
Yeah, I suppose it did, eh?
Yeah.
I was kind of in the same situation as well. Last year I did a bunch of bigger trips.
Yeah.
And I was planning on doing a couple this year too, but oh well.
Yeah,
Not the end of the world,
that's right. Yeah. Oh well.
but China must be so interesting, eh? Like you don't hear a lot about it
Mm.
in like the Western media, I guess.
Yeah, it is so cool.
Must-
It is a really, really cool place to go to. I highly recommend it. I still highly recommend it. It's super fun. Really, really lovely people. Really cool environments. Amazing,
Nice.
ridiculous cities. Like, yeah.
I know, yeah, it's nuts.
The cities over there are just like on a completely different level. Whole reason why, whole reason why I started that whole Sichuan province project was just like, you know, so inspired by him. Oh, hello, Grey Flame. I just slept my nap. Yeah, well, you've come just in time, because now I'm using all your rocks, so better stick with Arid. And while I'm at it, I might put some rocks around here. It'd be kind of cool to see just like little rocks popping out of the desert. You guys don't really have any deserts in California, in Canada, do you?
Not so much. I think we have a really small desert out west in
Yep.
like BC or Alberta, but none in the east for sure. Pretty much just trees and fields.
I mean,
That's
you guys
about
got,
as interesting as it gets.
but I mean, you guys got some of the best wildlife.
We
Best
do,
natural
yeah.
environments.
I mean, we just have so much land and such low population density that, you can, in some cases, you can be driving for 100 kilometers and see nothing but trees.
That's amazing. That is really cool. A lot of Australians go over to Canada. I think because it's so different to Australia. Like we've got like pretty much the opposite climate.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like, how hot is it right now where you're at?
Well, it's winter
What's the
here.
temperature?
It's winter here, but
20?
uh, probably something like that. It wouldn't be.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, let's have a look.
Wow, okay. That's
Yeah. So it's winter here at the moment, and it's top of 20. It's 14 degrees at the moment, Celsius.
okay.
Yeah.
Like, for me right now, it's 17 Celsius.
And it's
And we're like, not in the peak of summer, but we're getting there.
yeah, man. That's so good. Sully, my friend, thank you so much. That name is great. Thank you. Oh, good, man. Well, I'm glad you like it. I love the build so much, Sully. So thanks so much for doing it. I mean, it's so the worst thing about those competitions is I can't choose the other entries. There's so many awesome entries out there as well that I really want to include, but there can only be one winner. All right, I'm gonna try and get my music back, but I've got like no mixing options. Actually, let's see if I can add something. I'm gonna try and fix something.
I've never streamed before, so I'm sorry I can't help you, man.
That's all right. There's got to be a way of doing this. Oh, can't figure it out. I need a volume on Epidemic Sound, but I don't think there is one.
Enzo1345 says bonjour tout le monde.
Oh,
Hello to you.
do you speak French?
Oh, I do, yeah. Well, French is actually my first language.
Wow.
But because I'm in such a heavily English populated area, then you have no choice but to learn both languages.
That's amazing.
So yeah, I'm really fortunate to have grown up in this part of the country.
That is really amazing. I find that kind of crazy because we're just an island, so we're just connecting to other countries and having that sort of influence from other countries is really quite foreign for us.
Right, yeah. You guys are kind of nestled away in your own corner.
We so are. Yeah, man. So you learned So you're at home. Would you speak French or?
Yeah, most of the time I do.
Wow.
But it's kind of funny because at my job, I'd speak about like 80% of the time I speak English.
Yeah.
The other 20% I'd speak French, but at home I usually speak French.
Wow. That's amazing. And have you been to France very often, or have you been before?
I've never been actually.
Would it be a similar French, or would it be like quite a different dialect, or? Hello, Tim. TheTimister. Tim. Guys, Tim's gone. Tim. Uh-oh. I think we've lost Tim. I think he's gone. TheTimister, come back to us. Oh man, those rocks are really starting to blend in this little town. Hopefully he comes back soon. Yep. F in the chat for Tim, please. Oh, Tim. Yep, thank you guys. He'll be back. Fishy face. Damn! He'll be back. I want to find out more about speaking French. I mean, that is so cool. I wish I could speak another language. Don't want to go overboard with these, but I definitely want some more trees around. Some Pidelmo trees, of course. I think his internet's gone. Oh! That's better. Tim? Hello, Tim.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey. Not sure what happened
My
there.
internet dropped there.
Ah. Well,
That was weird.
Good to have you back.
Anyway. Thanks, man.
I thought I might have done. I thought
Isn't
I did
this
something.
stream just loaded with technical difficulties?
And it's also to do with audio as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I mean, it's been mostly my fault, so that's fine.
Oh, no worries, man.
Yeah. I would love to get my music back, but I'm really just not that clever when it comes to technology. Oh well, that's fine. What I really need is I need like an extra channel on my mixer, but I don't really have that, unfortunately. But that's okay. So you were saying that I asked about dialects and going to France.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So yeah, like French, like France, French, like much of the words are the same, but a lot of the pronunciation and, I don't know, I guess like the syntax is kind of different. Like where in my region, because we're so like assimilated into an English population, we kind of mix both languages into one, and that's unique to my area. So when French people come here, they sometimes have like really hard time understanding us, but people will tend to watch their French.
Yeah, right.
But a lot of people kind of struggle with that, so it's.
But can you? So if you were to watch a, I don't know, French TV show or something like that, would you be able to you'd be able to understand what they're saying, or would it be a bit tricky?
Oh yeah, Yeah, no, well, it kind of varies from person to person, but I personally wouldn't have any issues with it.
Yeah.
But it is quite common for people to struggle with like the French pronunciations of things.
Yeah, fair enough. That's so interesting. I find dialects so fascinating. Or like not dialects, but just like the way that language travels around the world.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah,
crazy.
definitely.
Get a life. Thank you so much, man. $2. Check out Cape Town on Google Earth for inspiration. My friends, I have spent a lot of time looking at Cape Town. I like there's areas of Marble Mountain that I think will probably definitely you'd probably see some similarities.
Cape Town is such an interesting city.
Yeah.
Like it has like that Americanness to it.
Mm. Yeah, it also feels quite Australian in some way. And I get like South African voices accents mixed up with Australian accents a lot as well, which is really weird.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but and I'm Australian, but I will yeah, it's weird. There's like a lot of similarities over here too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, and there's like a huge like surfing culture over there as well. Like it's which is quite similar to Australia. Yeah.
I uh I kind of had a trip planned to Cape Town in like early 2021, but that looks like it's going to be pushed to maybe like next summer,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'd love to get down there. My friends only just got back from Cape Town. I went on a honeymoon there. Would have been sounded amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go there for a wedding.
Yeah. Well, all weddings are cancelled. Although now they're all starting to be replaned. I was meant to go to a bunch of weddings this year. All right, I might need to fix up some of these decals. So doing some weird things. That's better.
Decals are so tricky to work with,
Yes.
like especially when they overlap each other, they tend to clip, and I don't know, I always have a hard time with them.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Gator's asking if I'm going to build anything. Well, I don't know, man. I'm kind of just I just wanted to work on this area. This is technically building, isn't it? Yeah. Look, I know the South African accent is nothing like the Australian accent. I get accents mixed up all the time. I always like, when people say, "Oh, guess where I'm from?" I'm like, oh, please, please don't ask me that question. I can never tell. I don't think I paid enough attention to, I don't know, to accents to really understand that.
I couldn't tell.
No.
I have a hard time of telling like American accents
Mm.
because apparently like the northeastern accent is nothing like the southwestern accents, but I could never tell the difference.
Yeah, I could.
The only one that I can like that stands out a bit to me would be like the southern accent, like Tennessee or Florida. I have some family down in Florida, and one of my uncles has a pretty thick like southern accent, and I can tell with him, but a lot of the times it all sounds the same to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm the same. Although I can pick like different where people are from in Australia depending on their accents. Like people from Adelaide have very distinct Australian accent.
Yeah.
Whereas I think like people from Sydney have a very I don't think I have a very strong Australian accent. Whereas like some people in Australia, I'm like, oh man, I wish I sounded like you. You sound like a real Australian. Like that's an Australian accent. I think I might need to fix up.
Man, I like those little paths that you created behind the houses.
Oh man, they're so cool. I mean, that's all Sully. I mean,
Yeah, that's right.
that is so. I love that. That is so cool. All right, I'll work on these decals a little later because it might not be that interesting for people to watch me drag decals away from each other. But I think that's looking pretty. It's looking pretty good. I want to get some trees around here though, because I know we're in the desert, but I think we can justify a few extra trees around. And then I feel like this area is pretty much done. I feel like I might just give people just a little sneak peek into the next episode.
Ooh.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon I should?
I think you should.
Just a little.
Because don't forget, I'm a part of your fan base too, man.
Please. All right, I'm gonna just like a little. I'm gonna choose my angle. Just a tiny weenie, but it's gonna be from afar. All right, guys. So just chill out. But it just looks pretty damn good. I think that's enough of a sneak peek. But yeah, everything is starting to come together, man. I'm so excited. I should have done the other side of the bay like months ago.
I'm only seeing it now. The delay.
Yeah, the delay. I might give a little extra.
Do you think you're gonna have an area with some cacti, like a true desert, or do you already have one?
No, I do think. I feel like my desert is getting smaller because I'm trying to blend it in with the rest of the environment so much that like I think it's slowly getting smaller. But I should dedicate an area for like pure cacti. I definitely do want that, which I think will probably be, and I definitely can't really show anyone over there, but I think it'll be over where I want to put that Reno inspired city, like the Las Vegas inspired place.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think that'd be more desert. Whereas probably around where Skib built the quarry, I think that'll also have some cacti too. Even around this road here is, I don't know, I kind of want to poke out a little bit more greenness around as well, because I want it to look dry, but I don't want it to be like full desert in areas, if that makes sense.
Okay, right. Yeah. And I suppose you only have like a certain amount of space where that transition can occur and not appear too abrupt.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't know if you're like me, but once you start building out your city, the map size really feels like it shrinks. Like the you know, when you start building your city, you're like, oh, I have loads of room to do this and that, and then as you start building out, you're like, okay, is it just me or does this map feel like it's shrinking?
That is so true. That's exactly what happens. Like I was like, I'm gonna put this over here and this over there. That's why I've made so much changes to the landscape, because like the base map that I used, the mountains were amazing. I loved them. That's like the whole reason why I chose the map in the first place. But then like when I started expanding out the city and like putting out the desert and, you know, all the other areas, I started to realize that, you know, I didn't really have that many areas to build. So I had to like change the way that the land looked in order to squeeze in different areas.
Right. And you spoke about that in, was it last episode or a couple of episodes ago, I think?
Yeah. And I think now it's starting to, you know, now like every now and again when I actually expand out some of the landscape and, you know, fix up some areas, then I start going, okay, now I can fit that city in, and now I can put this there. And
exactly, yeah.
But you don't really know. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I think people accuse me a lot of changing my mind and, you know, changing the landscape and like redoing areas. But it's kind of, you know, you don't know how things are going to look until you start messing with it. And then you need to go back and change it.
A lot of times when I start building out a project, I have a rough idea of what I want it to look like. And in most cases, it doesn't even end up anywhere near that.
Yeah, absolutely. And your Soviet inspired build, like your Russian project, that's like that's inspired by Chernobyl, right?
For the most part, yeah. But as I progressed through the series, a lot of a lot of people are leaving comments telling me to check out some other Soviet cities that were built around the same era.
Yeah.
And there's so many different types of layouts and different types of cities that I think are so cool. And but they all sort of have like that same, you know, prefab buildings and that kind of look.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, yeah, it was much more focused on Chernobyl.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting, a lot of fun. I'm learning so much from all the people who are commenting. Like one of my viewers said that apparently there was some sort of building code where each unit within a housing complex has to have a minimum of I forget the number now. Maybe it was like maybe 2 hours of sunlight per day. So they
What?
really had to plan like how they would lay out their buildings and their subdivisions. So little like things like that you can't really research on your own. Like you
Yeah.
don't know which questions to ask to find those things out, right? So uh, it was really interesting that people are commenting those little quirks.
And do you find it really strange when you start doing a city, like I'm just gonna build a, I don't know, like a city in Russia, and then like as you go to like build areas, that you be like, okay, I'm gonna build a, I don't know, a suburb now, and then when you start building it, you realize you have to do a bit of research in order to get the, the feeling right.
Definitely, yeah. More so in the Chenovstock city than any other region I've ever built.
Yeah.
Just because it's so wildly different from what I've ever been exposed to,
Yeah.
and a large, like a lot of hours of research actually go into every episode. Well, not every episode, but every like major build, I'll go through and take a little bit of time to research.
There was a, I don't know if you remember, but like when did you get the game when it first came out?
Yeah, yeah. The minute it came out, I downloaded it, started playing, because I used to play really heavily the SimCity series,
Yeah.
and after SimCity 4, have you played the SimCities?
Yeah, for sure. I grew up
Yeah,
with them. Loved
yeah.
them.
Anyway, SimCity 4 was the greatest thing since sliced bread, but that game lasted 10 years or so until before the next SimCity game came out, and all the ones after that were kind of disappointing.
Yeah, but even what was it, SimCity 2013 or something like that? That was such a piece of crap.
I know, yeah.
Looking back on
it was like letdown after letdown every time that they would release a new game.
Oh,
But
so frustrating.
when I heard that, yeah, but when I heard that City Skylines was in the works, just by doing my research on what the game was going to be and all that, I mean, it was so exciting.
Yeah, it's I feel like City Skylines saw the faults of where SimCity went, and then we're like, okay,
Oh yeah,
let's do the opposite.
yeah, for sure.
Which I
They
really
listened to what the
appreciate.
community really wanted, and
Yeah,
they
like
they
we've always been saying, like, can we please have bigger maps? Can we have, can each sim be an actual person rather than just like a, something that's moving on the map? And
right.
we want to
That still kind of amazes me to this day that like every single person, every car has a starting point and a destination.
Yeah.
And I feel like people don't realize how CPU intensive that is. And yeah.
That's true. Do you reckon that's where a lot of our FPS goes?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it probably does too. Booster's about to go to bed. Yeah, man, no worries. If you are in Europe, thank you so much for sticking out.
Yeah, it must be getting pretty late.
Yeah, I think it is. I I mean, this is like the best time for me to stream because it's like I know it's late for Europe, but it's kind of not too bad for Australia. I mean, it's 8:30 when I start the stream for me. But,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good for America and for Canada. What time is it? What time is it over there?
8:42 p.m.
Ah, sorry. I hope I'm not ruining your Saturday night.
Oh, not at all, man.
You didn't have anything fun planned?
Apart from this, no.
It's like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. No plans at all.
Not this weekend. Just yard work and cleaning around the house.
Oh, you got a yard?
Yeah, I got a decent sized yard.
Nice. That's very nice.
All that fun stuff that comes with owning a house.
Mowing the lawn.
Owning an old house on top of that. I'll always have repairs to do.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a friend who owns an old place, and it's just like, you know, when he first got it, he's like, oh man, I can fix it up. I'm gonna like look at this backyard. You know, we'll have a veggie patch. We'll do this, and every like weekend, and I'm like, what are you up to, man? He's like, oh, just mowing the lawn, pulling out weeds.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It sounds so fun, but you know, once you get into all the little quirks of owning a house, you know, it's still worth it, I think, but
yeah,
it comes at a cost.
Are you in a city, or is it like a town, or what's it like?
I'm just outside of a small touristy town. So like my town is sort of focused on the local beach. That's what all the tourists are here for.
Yep.
And I'm like 5 minutes outside that town.
What's the main attraction for the touristy town?
The beaches.
The beach.
Yeah.
And are people
Yeah,
swimming?
for sure.
Are people swimming there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people go swimming.
And
what's interesting is like because of the landscape around the town, the water is really shallow.
You're right.
And it's really warm because it's kind of like in an estuary sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's the warmest waters north of like New Jersey, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And because I don't know, I feel like Australian water is really cold. I don't know if anyone is like still in the chat from Australia, but I don't know, like maybe I'm just a bit of a wuss, but I feel like our waters are really cold.
Man, do you even know what cold is?
Yeah, yeah, I know. How cold does it get there in winter?
It can get pretty brutal.
Yeah.
The coldest I've ever experienced, like this is not often, but a couple of times it went down to like minus 40 Celsius.
What does that even feel like?
It hurts. It's no fun.
It hurts. Cold.
It does.
It's so cold it hurts.
It's like a pinching feeling, kind of. Like your joints start to hurt, and I don't like it. A lot of people fare, you know, pretty well in the cold, but I'd much rather the heat.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds brutal. Someone's asking how's Shrek going. Let's have a look. Now look, I think Shrek might be underwater. Shrek might be underwater because of the... Oh, look, he's still there. Oh, cool. Shrek is still there. That is so good to see. Maybe his patch of vegetables. I'm sure they're vegetables over here that he's growing. These herbs. I thought he might have been underwater because of all the pipes that are put around here. I have experienced that sort of cold before. Like one time when I went to China, it was I went in winter time and I went right up north. There's like a city called Harbin, and it sits on the border of Russia. So there's like heaps of Russian influence there. Yeah, it's really cool. And that was, I think, minus 30 or something like that.
Oh wow,
just brutal.
Yeah.
Like my moustache was frozen because of all the condensation.
Yeah, that tends to happen if you're outside long enough and in snowy weather. That tends to happen.
You guys don't use Fahrenheit, do you? You guys say Celsius.
Yeah, we're Celsius,
Yeah.
but we're kind of. I don't know if this is unique to Canada, but we have a mixture of both systems. So we use kilometers per hour, Celsius, but we'll use like feet and inches for like buildings and measurements.
Interesting. Just taking any part that you like.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Interesting. Right. I think that's starting to look much better. I feel like I might record a driving video today. So like when I record these videos, I put it on, like if people are wondering how I do this, I don't actually have the thing. But I will drag down the speed slider to like, I don't know, not even 5, like one frame per second. And then I'll just press play. And then
how long does that take you to go through your route?
Like effing ages. So
I can
long.
imagine.
Yeah, and then I'll just I don't know, I'll go to work. Well, I'll just do whatever. You know, I'll just let it go. And then if something goes wrong. What was that, sorry?
Exactly, like that must be so frustrating if something were to go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like I might be able to speed it up to 2 frames per second, but sometimes I don't know, sometimes like little things will go wrong, or like there'll be little glitches or something, and then
Yeah,
I feel like it's nice to have a nice frame rate for it, like super silky.
yeah, I suppose it is worth it. That's like I should have slowed my game a little bit further for the plane video that you were referring to at the start of the stream, because I feel like parts of it are a little bit more choppy.
Yeah,
but my computer can only handle so much too. Like it sounds like it's dying when I run City Skylines.
I think that's a sound that all computers make for City Skylines, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Mine's like, I've got a pretty decent computer, but it still sounds like it's dying. Yeah, can't wait till it's a bit more optimized. Hey, people in the chat, what else do we need around here? I don't want to like go too... I don't want to like fill this area too much. Like I want it to, you know, feel still quite open, but like little bits of detail. Like what sort of things do you think I can put? I've been putting down these rocks. I think they look pretty cool. These highways are looking great. Oh, we're finally getting these. Oh no, that's not him. Here he is. Finally found one of those dumb looking vehicles. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what Marble Mountain needs? A drive-in theater.
Yes. Yes, that would be so good. I could probably use a billboard for the actual screen or something.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could put one... I feel like Chinchilla might have a drive-in theater. Or maybe... A drive-in theater would be really cool. We need Vegas. Yeah, Vegas is coming. Like, not for ages. Vegas will be out this way. Oil fields. Yeah, I really want an oil field. I feel like the oil field might be around here, though. This area is, like, open, but... Like, just between you and me, guys, this is where I want to put the Area 51. But don't tell anyone. Rail yard would be cool. I was thinking the rail yard.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going to put it though. There's not really any industry around these areas. Oh man, the driving video is going to be so good. I can't wait to record it. Like going past the boneyard and going past Tumbleweed. I feel like we're
oh man, you know what would be so cool? Mia L says craters from aliens, but what that brought up in my mind was like bomb testing sites or something. You know, you have like a bunch of craters dotting the desert.
God,
that'd be pretty cool.
That would be so cool. That'd be
I
really
imagine they
cool.
would be pretty challenging to create, though. I don't know how you would make those.
Yeah, I feel like I'd need a like a rock asset to do that. You know, where you can just
Yeah,
place
yeah,
them
you
because
probably would.
they'd have to be pretty yeah. Someone's asking for a small canyon. I was sort of hoping this area is eventually going to look like a canyon.
That'd be neat.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I do need to fix. There's like a little river that I started making, but it's very under detailed. If I just fix it up. So did you, when you recorded your playing video, did you put it in, were you using the speed slider to get the frame rate down?
I was, yeah. But I think the slowest I went was maybe like 15%, 20%
Yeah.
around there. I
think,
kind of play around with it. Like if I know I can get a decent frame rate just by playing normally, like
Yeah.
if I'm not looking into my city or anything like that, then I'll maybe have it at like 50%.
yeah.
But yeah, I should probably slow it down a little bit more though, just to get maximum frame rates.
Yeah, people asking about oil. I mean, my oil, out of all the industry that's in Marble Mountain, oil is the one that is making the most amount of money. Like, I'm just gonna go to my oil fields. Like, just oil fields are just like killing it, and all my oil industry are just absolutely just the best. Whereas my logging or my forestry industry is just, there's problems. I actually want to spend a whole episode just like fixing the logging because it's just the worst. Like, I really hate that they're just like not producing any vehicles. Like, that one's not too bad. Sorry, Tim, you're a little bit behind me, but
What's not producing vehicles?
well, I've got this. By the way, everyone looking at the screen right now, you'll see that it's all like pretty bad over this way. This is all like my testing. This is my testing area just to fill space. But yeah, I'm doing like an episode trying to fix my industry because it's none of it's connecting up. The only industry that is, you know, working the way that it should is the oil, whereas my forestry is not producing vehicles, so they're not getting to the industry properly. You can probably see my screen now. You can see like the vehicles spawning and despawning.
Yeah, yeah. That's strange.
It really annoys me.
Have you hit the vehicle limit, maybe?
I don't think
would
so.
Would that affect?
I think so Impetra was telling me that it's because there are buildings that are technically not connected to the road. So for instance, if I was to, actually, I'll show you a good example of a building that's not connected to a road. Like these one, you can't see it. So
I'll see in about 10 seconds.
yeah. But like, where I've gone and dragged buildings away from the road and then like messed around with the road connection, they're not getting the right materials. And then I think my forestry is trying to get to these buildings, but they're not technically connected to the road, so they're the ones that are causing problems.
Okay. Were you referring to the harbor area?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But it's strange that you're not getting like the no road connection icon.
I know. Yeah. I think that's where I made the mistake. I thought that, you know, just because I'm not getting the road connection icon, I thought it was all sweet, but technically they're still not connected to the road. And City Skylines knows that. And that's why it's causing so many problems. So yeah, I think we're gonna fix that in an episode. But
Make I think a dedicated episode just to fixing the city.
Yeah, I think the only way I can fix that is if I pretty much delete all the industrial buildings and then plop them down again, which is ridiculous.
Have you ever had to like spend an entire day or a few hours at least just fixing your game after an update or something?
Well, luckily, Marble Mountain uses very little mods and assets. I mean, it uses you
Right,
definitely uses a
right.
few, but like it's not as many as other cities that I've had to work with. So no, I've it's been pretty smooth to be honest, which has been really
Oh,
good.
good.
Yeah, how about you?
Uh, I can't really say the same. Every time an update rolls around or some sort of change happens, sometimes I can't even get my game to run
Mm.
that day, and I'll have to like take a break and troubleshoot some more the next day, and then I'll usually figure it out, but sometimes it can take me quite some time.
I hate that.
But sometimes the game is just temperamental too. Like no changes have occurred, and the game just won't boot one day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially when you're using a lot of mods,
Yeah,
but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Padelmo's saying that I should PO the buildings. You're right. That would actually solve the problem. The reason why I'm worried about doing that is I'm worried that if I PO them, then it might like permanently disconnect them from the industry, if that makes sense. So if I was to like, it would be almost like deleting the buildings, but without properly deleting them. I feel like I need to go through, and I don't even think I can even go through, move it, and delete them. Like I think I actually have to press bulldoze, demolish the buildings, and then that should work.
yeah, because doesn't PO remove any functionality that a building has? It basically turns it to like a prop.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I feel like there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that are happening with the industry where, so I think like even if you were to, click on a rock and press bulldoze, I feel like you need to properly demolish it to get rid of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
PO scares me.
Scares me too.
Like I've used it to make signs, but that's probably as far as I'll ever go with it.
Yeah, yeah, people really want to see me use it, but I'm holding off because I I also really like the simplicity of the game, and I feel like adding PO makes things a little more complicated. Whereas I like that it's, that's why I go for minimal. I am using mods,
Yeah.
but I like knowing that things are like simple, and that
Yep.
if
Yeah, I
I
know
can't,
exactly what you mean.
yeah, and if I can't solve it using what I've already got, then that's just like too bad. Sully, I'm gonna get rid of some of, I don't know if you're still here, Sul, but I'm going to get rid of some of these billboards and replace them with Marble Mountain ones, if that's okay with you. I'll still use where they sit, though. But I mean, like, yeah, nothing against PO. I mean, procedural objects is truly, truly amazing.
Oh yeah.
And it's,
Just ask City Walk, City Wall.
oh, God. I mean, you wouldn't be able to
Oh my God.
do what he's doing without using PO. But I'm just a little bit too stubborn, I think. Yeah, I'll use this.
For me, it's more like the satisfaction I get out of the game is zooming out from whatever I'm working on, and then seeing it sort of incorporated into the whole of the city. So I feel like if I start playing with PO and really going into like the nitty gritty of everything, then I just won't make any progress ever.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it definitely, I can see how it, because there are things that I try to detail and it takes me hours. But if I was just to use procedural objects, it'd probably take me 5 minutes. There's definitely things like that. But I also really enjoy knowing that I have to use what I have in order to achieve that look, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I also, for some reason, I get like, I don't know, when games become so advanced that you can do everything, I almost get like a bit disheartened because it's like, no, I kind of don't want to be able to do everything.
Right, right. It kind of gets overwhelming.
Yeah, it gets a bit overwhelming. Yeah. Anyway, that's my justification. But we'll probably end up using it at some stage. Man, I love these signs. But you're just gonna make sure you get the right ones. There we go. That's a good one. And are you thinking about any new projects?
Not at the moment. I'm pretty much focusing on whatever I'm working on right now.
Yep.
I have started a new vanilla series that I'm pretty excited about.
Yep.
And that's been kind of fun to play around with the vanilla version of the game again.
Yep.
You know, to be getting more than 9 FPS for once. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, I don't have anything new in store as far as like new projects.
Yeah.
What about you? Or I suppose that might be a secret, eh?
Yeah. Well, I do have one that I'm working on that I really want to release in the next month or so.
Cool, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be really fun. I'll share some screenshots with you after this.
Cool.
But yeah.
Don't worry, I won't tell.
Yeah, appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, I think that's gonna be pretty fun. But it's very niche. it's gonna be very I don't know. Some people are gonna be like, hell yeah, this is great, and then other people I think will be like, this is very unusual. But I'm super keen. I've already built a bunch of it, and it's just looking it's looking really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about keeping Marble Mountain going for quite some time still?
Yeah, man. I mean, the cool thing about Marble Mountain is that like everything kind of fits, you know, like it's the thing that sort of stopped me from working with Sichuan Province. There's a couple of things that have stopped me working on Sichuan Province, but the fact that it's just a city kind of makes you go like, you know, once you've built like 5 interchanges, you're kind of like, well, I've built 5 interchanges. I really want to build another one that looks very similar. And then and because it is just a city, kind of like, well, you don't feel like you're making a huge amount of progress or doing anything very different, you know, because you have to like load up the game and then all of a sudden you're building another block of units, or you're building more industry that looks the same as before, or as the other one. Whereas in Marble Mountain, I feel like it's always different. You know, I've got like pine forest and I've got heaps of nature stuff, which I really love doing all that nature stuff. And then if I get bored of doing the nature stuff, then I can go into the city, and I just feel like there's...
So you have like that variety of landscapes and...
Absolutely.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And also
that makes sense.
Also really like the California landscape. Like I think that's like an area that I want to, like when I go back overseas, that is a destination, is California, and doing like a trip up the coast. And is that a trip you've done before?
Oh, nice. I have not, no, but it is definitely in my bucket list.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%, yeah.
I think I've been to LA twice, and I'd love to go to like San Francisco and go to Yosemite National Park and all those areas.
Oh man, me too.
Looks
my sort of goal, I just want to buy like an old VW bus or something and just tour North America. Like that's one of my dreams.
Yeah, that would be amazing. All right, people in the chat. I know that somebody asked about how long I'm going to stream for. I'm going to stream for probably like another 20 or so minutes. Is that all right with you, Tim?
Oh, yeah. I'm here all night. I got all the time in the world.
It's 10 a.m. in Australia. And I've really got to put together the next episode. So I've recorded the next episode of Marble Mountain. I just need to put down the commentary, and I've been having the worst rendering issues. My videos will start rendering, and then I'll walk away from it and do something, and then I'll come back and it's crashed. And it's just so annoying. Yeah, it's been killing me.
What do you use for your editing software?
Premiere Pro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How about you?
I use a Vegas Pro.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Premiere's good, but it just when it crashes, it just hurts so much.
Yeah.
Really hurts. So
And I bet like you know how rendering takes so much time for it to crash midway through. I mean, that's pretty frustrating, I can imagine.
oh my god, it's so annoying. Like it's just it's so disheartening as well because there's been like it also takes me ages to render videos, so I'll put it on go away. I'll put it on like I'll put it on at like I'll start rendering at nighttime, and you know I'll put like 3 videos ready to render. Like I'll have like a Parkitect and 2 Marble Mountain videos. I'll be like, all right, great. They'll be finished rendering when I wake up. So
Okay.
my computer will be rendering all and be on all night, and then it'll just crash, and I'll wake up and I'll see like a crash screen. I'll be like, oh my god.
Oh no. Oh, that's no fun.
It's so annoying. Railway Aviation Night, my friends. See you later. Thank you to everyone who's been staying up late. You legends. Yeah, Royce has the same issues. Yeah, I think it's known for Adobe programs, unfortunately. Is they do crash.
Yeah. I do use Photoshop to make like my thumbnails and
Yeah.
you know little graphics and things like that, and it does tend to crash every so often too.
Yeah. So annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get that rendered early. It's 3 a.m. but not dark outside. Kevin, where do you live? That is crazy. Although you'd have pretty similar like day and night cycles, right, Tim?
Like right now it's 9 p.m. and the sun still hasn't set. Like the sun sets around 9:20, I'd say right now.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
But then in winter it's much darker, right?
Oh yeah, in winter it's like the sun sets at like 3:30.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. The sun's setting at about 5:30 at the moment. It's winter here.
Do your winters get cool at all? Like what's the average temperature during winter?
In Sydney it's very mild. It's
Is
very
it?
mild,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. So I think so like 14 at the moment it's what 14 degrees, which is pretty right, it's pretty nice. It's a nice day. But yeah, I mean we average around like 10 or like 15 degrees for winter in Sydney, which is
Okay.
pretty warm.
Well, that's comfortable.
It's very comfortable, yeah.
That's jogging weather.
It is. It's pretty comfortable, to be honest. And then but then yeah, in summer it's pretty damn hot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. It gets really hot. But I mean I went to university in a town called Bathurst, and that was I don't know, wintertime was averaging around like 1 degree, like 0.
In Australia?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it does get pretty cold in winter, and it can feel really cold too. But I mean, we've got nothing on Canada. Kevin's from Estonia. Okay, that makes sense. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
When I went to Russia, in summertime, I remember going to a pub and then like walking out, and it was I don't know what 2 a.m. and it was still light outside. It was so weird.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really.
That must
weird.
mess with your sleep schedule.
Yeah, I think it really does. All right, people, what do you reckon? Like, I know I asked this before, but like, what little hidden details are we going to put around this highway?
I'm trying to think too. Apart from like bushes and little pebbles, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm struggling with. I'm putting down lots of like, I feel like clusters of trees of what I need. Dispatcher Delta, dude, thank you so much. Here in Perth, winter is also mild. Yeah, I thought so. It would be pretty mild. I went to Perth like 5 years ago. It was beautiful. But that was in wintertime, and it was really, yeah, it was pretty mild. Thanks, man. Nice to see another Aussie here. I know Pidelmo's still kicking around here. Alright, I'm going to give you this place. No, there's a dead body there. Let's not give you that one. You can have this one. Hey guys, still a couple of properties around. If you want to have a property around here. Oh, James Atlas. I don't know you're from Tasmania, man. Tasmania. I went there in summertime, and it was warm in areas, but it was definitely cold in others. I mean, Tassie's a pretty amazing place. And I know Padelmo's in New South Wales as well. We've got a couple of Aussies here. Representing. That's right. You said you've been to Australia, haven't you?
I have not. No, never been. I have some family out that way though, but I'd love to go. It's always been on my bucket list.
I just realized that the reason why I'm not able to place down any trees is because I hit the tree limit.
Oh no!
No. I'm like, what is going on?
You don't have unlimited trees?
I must not have that mod installed. All right, let's just get rid of a couple of these guys. I'll have to download that. What the hell?
That's funny.
Pidelmo, of course you can have a property. I feel like I need to give you a place in the... Do you really want a place in that little town there, mate? I feel like I need to get you a place surrounded by trees. I don't know. Where should I put Pidelmo's house? I might give you a place in Randy Marsh, Pidelmo, because at least this is covered by your trees. You know what? Let's give you this little place. I'm going to really cover him up. It's nice to see Pidelmo back making trees, right?
Yeah, certainly.
There we go. Feel like we'll add some more trees there, man. And don't worry about the garbage. We're fixing that. We're gonna fix that up. Yeah.
I had this issue once where I had downloaded the no problems mod. And I basically removed any issues that the city could have. So like death care, garbage, no water, pollution, the whole works.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't want to have all those little icons popping up.
Yeah.
And it kind of backstabbed me in a way, because when I went to a different part of my city, all of the houses in one particular neighborhood just had trash bins like lying in the streets. It was crazy. All the trees were dying, and at the time I didn't really realize what was going on.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like ground pollution or something, and I was, thinking, what's going on over here? And it struck me, it was the no problems mod. So as soon as I turned it off, like the city just lit up with every icon you could ever imagine.
That is the problem with that mod. I mean, it's great if you're just like, if you don't care about how the city functions. But I really, for some reason, if I know that there's problems in the city, I find it really hard to continue working it.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess like I didn't realize at the time that mod didn't remove the problem. It just kind of gets rid of like the whatever notifies you of the problem. So
yes,
yes, it's just kind of putting a band-aid on all the issues.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Cal, thank you so much, man, for the $5. You should put a cell tower inside of the cactus in the desert or along the highway. They are quite common in more scenic areas of the US. That is really cool. Do you know what he's talking about, Tim?
Uh, yeah, I guess. Not 100% sure, but I've never been in any sort of desert um, type area, but that would be cool though. Cell towers.
They I'm gonna drag it over a picture of it, but they do this thing where they where they try to like hide cell towers in like in trees and cactus and stuff, and they just look like some of them look pretty good and some of them just look really really daggy, like they don't look realistic at all. And that would be really cool to do that, but I think that would just look like a cactus, so maybe I'll just place down a cactus, Cal, and then we'll pretend that that's a cell tower.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's like an artificial tree or whatever, but it's a tower.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, which is like it's pretty cool. Like it's a cool idea. But it's like sometimes they look great, but sometimes they just look really really bad.
So maybe in game, place down a tree with some antennas sticking out of it.
Oh, that's it. That's what we do. That's a great idea. But we'll just make it look really, we're going to go for like bad looking one. I think we've got a cactus.
That's really neat. I've never heard of those.
It's a great idea. So
do you have those in Australia?
I've never noticed it, but someone only just mentioned it to me like a couple of days ago, and I only looked at it.
Okay. Why would they do that though? I suppose it's to like not ruin the scenery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I don't have any, so I might just do.
Every cell tower I've ever seen in my life was kind of like, okay, here I am, like red and white signs everywhere and filled with lights.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're just like, yep, and that ruined that site.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just gonna do that. There it is, my friend. Thanks, Cal, for the donation, buddy. Actually, maybe I can do. No, that's not gonna work. I think it's about as good as it gets. All right, friends. What else? We'll continue the stream for like maybe like 7 or so minutes. But I would really like to know, because I'm probably gonna record a driving cinematic today while I go off and do some chores. So do you have any ideas of little bits that I can put around besides like rocks and trees? What else do we need around here for the cinematic? I feel like we need a police car, but I don't have any of them. Maybe even just like a couple of cars just like parked on the side of the road.
Yeah, like broken down or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll do that. Someone's asking me to search for building under props. Maybe that'll come up with something. Could put that there. It's probably gonna be too big. Yeah, let's put a couple of cars. Some broken down cars on the side of the road. There's some barrier there. Probably not there.
Oh, limited average abandoned mine shaft.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a project I want to do, but I won't be able to do that in this area. Well, sorry, I can do that in this area, but not just yet. That's like a whole episode.
Yeah, I suppose that would be a pretty big project.
Yeah, for sure. Car accident, that would be pretty cool. Actually, I wonder if we could do, like people have car accidents and they pull over. No, that's probably not enough space really to pull over, because I've got these barriers. I might be able to pull one over here.
Man, you know what would be cool? Making a car accident, but using PO to like flip over a car.
Yes.
That would be kind of funny.
That would be sick. That'd be really, really cool. You can have an accident with a Jeep. Might just pull them over there. Yeah, that's right. Dispatch, dude, thank you. Do you still have the original radio ads? Oh, my friend, thank you so much. That is something I needed to talk about. So if you guys haven't seen any of those driving videos that I've done for Marble Mountain, then you should go and check them out. There's like a whole bunch of voice ads that people have sent in for me, and I've got like a few more that I can use that I haven't used yet, but I would love some new like ads. So you could do an ad for one of the businesses around here. You could do like an ad for like, I don't know, the saloon that sits in Sullyville. You could do an ad for like the rail line or the metro, or you could do an ad for, I don't know, going to Lake Springs or something like that, or Lakeland Springs. But it doesn't have to be an ad. It could be like a news report. I just need like voice memos just emailed or sent to me. And it can be as easy as just using your phone to record a voice memo. It doesn't have to be like full radio quality. And then I put music to it and like little jingles if it is like some sort of advertising or, you know, whatever. You should go and check them out because there's like a whole bunch of really, really cool ones. It doesn't have to be like anything totally technical. Just make sure it's clear and, you know, somewhat usable. And that'd be so good. Because I've got a few left. I've got a few left that I can use. Dispatch has already sent me one. Legend. Thanks, man. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like some ads we could do. Like we've got some billboards that would be really cool. I don't know if Mountain Blue's in the chat at the moment, but you could do like an ad for Mountain Brew.
Mountain Brew.
Mountain Brew.
I like it.
I know. That is just so cool. Gate of the Gods got an idea for a commercial. Any Harley Davidsons? I don't actually have any Harleys in my collection. I don't even know if there's any Harleys on the workshop.
I think there are.
There are.
I believe so.
All right.
I think
done. Because I think Sully's right. We definitely need some over here.
Doesn't get more really American than a Harley.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, so guys, please, like, if you have any, you don't have to have like amazing radio voice. It can be anything. Obviously, like the best ones will get priority. But yeah, it'd be so cool to get some more ads, especially ones for like, I don't know, even like Sully's scrapyard. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Matthias says, I think they're pretty high tries though. What the Harleys? Okay. Well, I'll probably get them because they'll probably just sit here. So, you know, I don't mind. I could put scooters there. I could probably do that.
No, but I have to say, man, like that first driving video that you made of Marble Mountain and with all those radio ads, like I was so impressed.
Oh man, I mean the people who did those ads are just like, I can't thank them enough. I want to be able to I want to get some new ones. That's why I'm like so keen to do another one. Yeah, they're great. I've recorded one for the light rail, but I just need to edit it.
You got to get somebody to write some like parody music or something.
Yeah, for sure. There's actually you know Rick 4000, the guy who does like all those amazing assets. He he actually also writes music.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. And he
Oh, I didn't know that. That's neat.
It's really cool. He's a super talented guy, but he sent me a whole bunch of like trance music that I'm going to use for like a sunset driving in the city sort of thing.
Nice.
All right, guys, I'm going to head off in a sec. Do you have anything you want to see before we call the stream officially done and dusted? Oh, there's some nice rocks. What about you, Tim? Anything you want to see before we skedaddle?
No, man. I'm just thankful for being on this the stream. Thanks so much for inviting me out.
Oh man, it was so good
It's
to
been,
hang out.
yeah, for sure. It's good to catch up.
Yes.
You know, hopefully we'll see each other again at the next PDX Con
Yes.
2021, hopefully.
Yes, absolutely. And I want to get you on. I want to get you on City Slickers to do an episode of the podcast.
That would be so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a whole bunch of questions I want to ask you as well. So that's why I'm sort of holding off at the moment, because I really want to. I'm sort of holding off until the podcast.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. The first episode's on Skip's channel.
Oh, is it out?
Yeah.
Oh, it
First
is. Nice.
Then there's another one that'll be up on my channel. Actually, if you're a patron, you're actually going to get access to that in like 10 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
I'm
look forward to
not,
it.
but
yeah.
I certainly have to consider that.
No. Dispatch, man, thank you so much. Here's a little lunch money. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I'm actually gonna go buy a coffee. I know, what a legend. Thanks to everyone who supports me on Patreon, by the way, and all those people who've just been donating. That I mean that helps to justify the amount of hours we put into these projects. Like, if I didn't have people supporting me on Patreon and supporting me like this, then there's no way I could produce 3 videos and a live stream a week. So yeah, thanks for that. Dispatch.
That's like the best thing about this community, eh? Like, just all the great feedback we get and all that. Like,
it's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. I think we're really lucky to have. I mean, I get very little negative comments, and like, I'm happy for people to give me criticism and to like give me advice and stuff like that. But everyone's just like so supportive.
yeah, for sure.
It is like the least toxic environment ever.
That's what keeps us going.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's really encouraging. Someone's asked for a police car, an unmarked police car. So I'm gonna do a sedan.
Oh yeah, I've never thought of that.
Let's
Have like a blacked out sedan or something hiding behind a rock.
for sure. Yeah, we'll put a rock there too. I'll put him there. Got a couple little rocks. That's a great idea. I think
Yeah, unmarked cop cars are like a huge thing in America.
Yeah.
In Canada too.
Yeah, we've got a bunch as well. I feel like you can always, like, I'm yet to get any speeding fines, touch wood. But I feel like you can always tell, can't you?
Yeah. Some of them are a little less obvious than others, but for the most part you can tell.
Yeah. I feel like I can always, you see a car, you're like, that looks a bit suspicious. All right, that's pretty cool. Whoever suggested that, that's a great idea. Actually, you know what? Let's put a bit of dirt. Something like that. Cool. Great. Tim, thank you so much for joining the live stream, man.
Well, thanks for having me.
It's been really
It's
nice.
been a pleasure.
Yeah, I have to get you on another one.
Right on.
And yeah, guys, go and check out the TheTimister's channel. He's doing some amazing builds. Really cool guy, great commentary. We'll get him on City Slickers as well, which I think will be really fun. Any final questions? Could we, what's that guy saying? Could we end on a zoom out of the map? You know what? I'll let you guys, we'll finish with a bit of a spoiler, but like not too much. Because I love you guys. There you go. There's all the build that we do in the next episode. But there's a lot of other hidden stuff over there that I'm not going to show you. You're just going to have to wait until next week. Well, some of you guys get to watch it this afternoon. TheTimister guest build. Hey man, do you want to come and do a guest build on Mullen Mountain soon?
Definitely.
Yeah, great.
I don't want to ruin it though.
No way, man. Absolutely no way. I'll definitely get you one. After maybe we'll talk about whereabouts you can build.
Yeah, certainly. Totally down for that.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you all. Yes, sir, man.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
You're wrecking my outro.
Sorry, dude.
Man. We'll keep chatting after this. But guys, thank you all so much for watching. So long. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye, guys.